All right, welcome back everyone to another episode of Tied Up with the Morgans. Today, I think you're going to be following me around for a little bit, kind of something a little different. Today, I'm going to go out and I'll just be gathering some supplies, some things I need for my maple syrup evaporator. This year, I'm trying something different. This is only my second year tapping and boiling maple syrup, maple sap into syrup, and so today I'm going to go out. I need to get some stainless steel pans. So there's a restaurant store like 20-30 minutes from here. I'm going to check out, try and find some good pans that I can use, and I'm going to go with the cinder block approach. So yeah, something different. I've done a lot of reading, so hopefully we can find what we need today. I'm going to kind of show you around and tell you why I'm getting what I'm getting, what I'm looking for, and yeah, hopefully it helps you out if this is something that you're interested in. If not, just enjoy it. Thanks. All right, so I picked up these two stainless steel pans. These are 20 by 20. They're used, but man, they are really good, strong pans. Really looking forward to these. This is gonna last a long time under that, especially being exposed directly to that fire. You need a good, strong pan. I also just grabbed the new thermometer. I needed one of those. And you know, stainless steel, you can kind of stick it right in. It's a little easier to read than the other ones. Hopefully you can hear me over these cars. And I also just got an extra strainer. That way I'm just not stealing Kate's, and I have one just you know, as we're boiling, kind of strain through and get out anything that I need to get out. Whenever I was here talking to the guy, I told him what I was looking for, and he instantly asked if it was for maple syrup. And I said, yeah. So he said that's really the only reason he sells those at this time of year, at least. He said he has people buying them up, and it's pretty much always for maple syrup. He did have one thing that was kind of tempting, but I'm not going to go with it this year. Maybe later if I do a different kind of evaporator. You know, sometimes people make them out of those like oil tank kind of things, or they kind of put like a wood burner in it, almost like a furnace style. So that's an option for later, or I could do it with what I have now with the cinder block evaporator. But he had this massive, probably, I think it's like a 3 by 6, maybe it's even bigger actually, 3 foot by 6 foot, I think, might be a little bigger. Large stainless steel tray. It's probably like 6 inches deep, and it's really big. So something like that would be nice, because you have a massive surface area, and it'd be nice to just have it all in one boil. But right now that's not what I'm gonna go with, so not really what I'm looking for. But maybe in the future, if change evaporators and kind of use that, so we'll see. Hey guys, welcome back. It is now Friday morning. It's 7 in the morning. It's a cold morning. Well, it's been cold a lot lately. So I am gonna go get some of the things I need for the evaporator. I'm gonna get some cinder blocks. I'm gonna get some extra 5-gallon buckets. I'm gonna get, yeah, just a lot of things like that to kind of put together the evaporator. So we'll go from there. All right, I ended up stopping at Lowe's for this. I got, these are just some elbows, and then this is a 6-inch by 60 galvanized pipe. I'm gonna use that for, get the smoke away from the sap. And there I got some cinder blocks. They didn't have the half cinder blocks, which I was hoping to put this stand-up pipe in to kind of stack the tower high, but we will figure something out there. So, yep, like I said, just stopped at Lowe's. In total, all of this plus a new propane tank for my blowtorch ended up being $64. I think maybe $68 if I remember correctly. It's $1.50 a block. Yeah, I don't remember the exact price on these, but yeah, all of this about $68, I'd say. So just gonna keep giving you a total as we go throughout this, let you know how much everything costs, see if it's something that you can do on your own. All right, got all the blocks in. We're good to go. It was a little tight fit. All right, so the last stop is Tractor Supply. In between Lowe's and Tractor Supply, I actually had to stop at Walmart. I got a few groceries, got some stuff for Ty. Had to just get a couple things while I was out. So did that, and now back to the maple syrup. I just picked up an additional 12 5-gallon buckets. I have quite a few, but last year I tapped 10 trees. This year I'm going to tap 20. So I just wanted to have some more on hand for each tree to have. But I got these at Tractor Supply because they are food grade, so I think that's best when storing the sap. So yeah, here's the buckets. The color doesn't mean anything, they're both the same. Like I said, so I just picked up 12. It was 2 for $6 and for buckets, and then the lids were $2 each. So in total, I think I spent $63 here. All right, so I'm home, got the groceries unloaded. Now the fun part of taking the car. It's parked down here, so I'm gonna have to get all of those cement blocks to the backyard, so behind me. So it'll be fun to carry that, kind of. Yeah, got a good little ways to carry it, not too bad. But we'll see how many times I fall in the snow. So I'm gonna set this up, and yeah, you'll see me just carrying cement blocks, and that's about it. All right, I spun the car around, moved the cars around a little bit to just get myself a little closer to where I have to go. So pretty much I'm gonna be coming from here, going up here around the house to the back side of the house. Alright, as you can tell, it's a full-size load. I don't think the Explorer's too used to this. Probably not the best thing for it, but that's alright. Alright, this is going to take a little bit, but I wanted to kind of show you where I'm going with these. It's not too far. It'd be a little easier if it was just snow, but we had some freezing rain the other day, and that really makes this snow like a thick layer of ice. And I got a little path going now, so it's a little easier to walk through. But I'm going to be carrying them back here in the backyard. That way I'm close enough to the house that it's not, yeah, I think it's just a good spot. Easy to carry all the sap here, store everything here, boil close enough to the house. But I wanted to show you while we're out here. I'm going to turn the camera around here. Alright, so hard to see now because we had more snow, but we have deer tracks that lead right up to our house. These guys keep busy, and they are around here all the time, but this whole backyard, we have deer in here all day long. You see these tracks here go up right to the house, and it's pretty big tracks actually. But yeah, all over. It's kind of hard to tell right now. These deer, mostly up in these pines. A lot of these are dead, but boy, we have a lot of deer back here pretty much all day. This morning, actually, when I was in the car making a video, there was a deer. I could see them from the car over there. But yeah, they're everywhere in here all the time. They really love it here. But you'll see, I think you can tell, everywhere around here there are deer tracks. These guys are here all day long. So they really like it here. Yeah, they keep busy. It's a nice place. It's really nice. Ty loves watching the deer. That's one of his favorite things, is to just point out and just yell. That's one of the few words he can say is deer. It's funny, Ty's first words were deer, Jinx, and Jake. Jinx being my parents' cat, Jake being our dog. And there's a few other words, there's a couple Thai words, but yeah, we always joke about that. His first words being animal names. He does say mom and dad too. So, I learned something while carrying those. If you watch my parents' channel, Outdoors with the Morgans, they do a lot. I know my dad, he gets asked a lot in comments. I'll see people asking him, where does he find the time? How does he do all the things he does? And I don't know how he does it. He's a really busy guy, works really hard. But while carrying this, I didn't want to. I kind of wanted to take a break. I wanted to go. I don't know. I just didn't want to carry all of them right now. I'm tired. Yeah. But I had started the video and realized like, well, I can't stop and then just continue later. So I think that's the trick. I think I just figured out the trick of my dad's, and it's the camera. It's by starting, saying you're going to do something, and even though you could end it, and the viewers might not know, they may never see it, so you could always end it, but that's not the point. The point is you're starting the video. It's going to be hard to, at least for myself, I know it's hard to start and say, hey, I'm going to do this, and then halfway be like, never mind, delete the video. And obviously, I'm kidding, but at the same time, I think there's a little truth behind it, is that, when you say you're going to do something, it's best to do it. Yeah, so that was kind of what got me to just do it now, get it over with, is it needs done. I got to do it sometime, so might as well do it whenever I'm making a video of it. But yeah, so now I'm gonna get the shovel, clear out a spot, gather a couple other things I need. I'll need a level, and yeah, so I'm gonna start shoveling up some snow, clearing out a space, then just start throwing these together. I'm not going to use any mortar. I know some people do that, but this isn't going to be a long-term setup. I'll probably use it next year, that's the plan, but I don't want this to be permanent in this spot in case, I come up with a better design, or I learn something this time around where it's not working, so I want to try something different. So I'm not going to go with a permanent build where I'm going to, build this to last years and years. I will definitely keep everything. Hopefully can use it all again next year, but I am just going to be kind of stacking these. There's going to be no mortar or anything like that, so yep. Alright, so Ty would love this. These deer tracks go right up to his sunroom. Yeah, pretty funny. Over here we got a lot of little bird tracks. Squirrel, rabbit, yeah, over to the feeders. Yeah, deer come up. The deer come right up to our house at night. I don't know if they're just checking on Ty, making sure he's in bed, and then while we're out here too, we have some feeders on this, but man, the birds. This actually, I don't remember the name of this bush. It looks really ugly right now, but it is beautiful. It needs some trimming. I definitely need to, or I guess some pruning. I need to clean this up, but it sure is a beautiful bush, and it gives the birds a great spot to hide all year long, especially with the feeders being so close. So yeah. So right now I am gonna just carry all of these over, kind of place them where they'll be, get the level out, and make sure everything's nice and level. I think I'm going to have a bit of trouble with that, but we'll figure that out when we get there. so I am in the middle of doing this, and I just checked it, the level, and it's as expected, but this back end here is much lower. So I'm probably gonna have to get out another shovel and remove some dirt here on the top end just to bring that down. And yeah, kind of didn't want to do that, but you definitely want this to be even. You want the boiling to be even, so you gotta have have this all leveled out. So I'll have to do that. I'm gonna go grab that now and yeah, shovel this out, try and get this more level so it boils more evenly, and you know, you don't have one side higher than the other. Actually, I could just, from outside I could hear Ty crying, meaning he's up from his nap. Kate's in there with him now, but I am going to go warm up, change the battery, because this battery's at 2%, so the camera's about to die. So I'm going to go change out the batteries, play with Ty for a little bit, and then I'll put him in the window and he can just watch me get the shovel out and finish this. So I'll be back soon. Alright, I changed the battery, and oh, hi. Got a little assistant here. You'll see this room is a disaster, and I wonder why. Do you know why? Great, printer cartridges. Perfect, just what I needed. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say, you'll see this room's a disaster. We have Tupperware, we have bubble wrap, we have everything that, you know, is fun to play with. There also is, if you see here, here's a few of the mugs that are left. We had some extra mugs left. We hung on to some of them because, you know, occasionally, at least we were preparing for some to break in shipment. But actually, out of all the ones we sent, none of them broke. So, you know, I had kept these on hold in the case I had to replace some. But we have some left. And the mugs I'm talking about, these are the Outdoors with the Morgans mugs. The ones that my parents had been, you know, they had announced and they were selling, and Kate and I were actually, you know, doing the shipping and everything on those, fulfilling the orders. So if you're watching this, if you made it this far and you're listening, whoever comments below, we are going to pick one random person out of all the comments. So we'll pick a random comment and we'll send you a mug. It'll, if you're in the US, please. So anyone in the United States, we will ship a mug to you if you get picked. So if you comment in this video and you happen to get picked, we'll contact you, and we'll actually mention it in the next video. So if you can send us your email, we'd appreciate it. We'll get this mug sent out to you. So as I was saying before my little sidekick left, these are just some extra mugs we had. We had saved a few, but comment below for a chance to win one of these. That's what we'll do. Again, these are the Outdoors with the Morgans mugs. But actually, you know, I have a couple right here just to show you. Yeah, they're these. This is the gray one here, and got a green one. Actually, the green one is all packaged up. But if you guys comment below, Ty will help us pick one random person, and we will send a mug to you. Right? Ty's eating. Yeah. And Ty, if you happen to see the video, he was a good helper in preparing all of this. And if you need Tupperware, maybe we can send some of that too, because it's his favorite toy right now. Alright, so next up, we are going to tap the trees. Before we do that though, I am going to show you what I'm using. I'm going to kind of tell you why I like it, and then we're going to go over how to prepare the buckets, what I have to do. We're pretty much just drilling some holes in the buckets so the tubes can, you know, fit nicely, and the sap can flow straight into the buckets, and it'll be protected from, you know, any leaves or bark or rainwater, really anything. So we're going to go over that now. I'm going to kind of show you what I'm using, and we're going to drill those holes, and then we're going to go out and tap the trees. Alright, so I have about, let me do some math here, 25. I have about 25 of these 5-gallon buckets in total. Had about 12 last year. No, 13 is what I counted, and then I picked up 12. So yeah, 25. And these are the lids here. So what I use for these to drill the hole is a 1/2 inch bit. And that is because right here, this is actually, I haven't even opened this up. So, you know, let me open this up. We'll go over this. This is just 10 more taps. I had used these same ones last year, and these were 10 more that I got. I haven't opened up yet. So before we drill these, let's open this up and we'll talk about that. All right, so here's the tubing that I have. This was last year's. These here, I really liked these. They were 4 feet. Gave a lot of room to kind of move around, not have to worry about it coming out of the bucket. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any more of those this year, so I got 3 feet, but they seem to be working just fine. I mean, well, I haven't used them, but I feel like they're gonna work just fine. Anyways, so the way these things work, actually I can just show you on these ones because they're all set up here, is yeah, here you go. This spout goes straight in, just as you think, and we tap the trees with I use a 5/16 drill bit, and you want to drill in 1 inch to 1.5 inches, no more than 1.5 inches, to not cause any harm to the tree. That's the best way, and you obviously want to angle it upwards. So that's what we'll do when we drill these holes today on the trees. I'll show you. And yeah, it goes straight in here, and then I have these run right into the bucket, and that's why we're going to have to drill holes in the lids. And on these new ones here, they're pretty similar design. I'm actually in the middle of putting all these nozzles on. They're pretty cold, so I think that's why they're not really going in too well. So I'm going to go warm these up, run them under some warm water, then put all these in, and then we'll drill those holes and we'll get right out to the trees. All right, we got our drill, we got the 1/2 inch drill bit, we got a lid, and that's what we're going to do is drill these holes for the lids. So the tubing will, oh, that's a neighbor. Like to just get all those shavings out. And yeah, so we're just gonna do these lids here. I actually could probably do more than one at a time. One thing I like to do is just clean up the holes a little bit. So other than going, you know, in and out a few times, you can also just get some pliers and pull off any excess plastic, make sure there isn't any. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then we're going to go out and get these in the tree. All right, so we're at the first tree here. I marked a bunch of these last year. Just to make it a little easier so I'm not staring at bark for too long. But there are just tons, all, you know, really close to the house. So yeah, here we are. There's some really big ones out here. Anyways, like I said, we use a 5/16 bit, which is right here. And you'll notice I have some tape on here. That is just to show me when to stop. Kind of tells me when to stop. That's at the 1.5 inch mark. You really don't want to drill any further than that into the trees. So that's kind of a good, I would say between 1 inch to 1.5 inches is best. That way you're not going to cause any harm to the tree, and it'll be able to patch that hole up with no problem. All right, so let me move my buckets here. Again, you want this to be about 4 feet off the ground. I will just take a look here, make sure that this is kind of give you an idea. Keep in mind this is 3 feet. So, I mean, yeah, I would say, actually it looks like this thing's already got some sap coming out of it. I don't know if that's the case or not. Anyways, so you want this to be about 3 to 4 feet off the ground. So these are 3 feet, so I think anywhere really in this range is going to be just fine. So find a good place in the tree, All right, as I was drilling that, my camera actually had just died. I think it's because of the cold, but you'll see right in here. There we go. Here's the hole we drilled. So you kind of want to keep in mind, you want to drill that upwards. No more than a 1.5 inches. So the hole here, bucket here. I'm going to show you what we do next. All right, so I put the lid on here. One thing you do want to keep in mind is, I mean, it's not a big deal, but you want to look at the base of the tree, okay? So you don't want to be tapping a tree if there's really no easy way to set up a bucket. So like right next to this maple, there's this holly tree here. And if this were surrounded with that, it's going to be a pain to get in and out of. So you want to make sure you have a place like this where you can easily store the bucket. And also keep in mind the sun. So I know in our case right here, the sun comes up right over here and it sets right over there. Okay, so actually I got a nice little pointer here. That's what I could have used. So the sun comes up here and it's setting right over here. So really this is a nice spot where the sun's not going to be baking this, you know. You don't want it to get too warm. We are in a good spot because it's cold. So I'm not really concerned with warm weather. But like I said before, it is going to warm up a little bit in the next couple weeks. A few days above freezing, a couple of days in the 40s. And you just don't want it to go bad. Well, fortunately for me, I'm pretty close to the house, really close to the house. And I'm going to be checking this every day. So in the case, you know, I did miss a day or two, I would be safe because of it being protected from the sun and it, again, not being too warm. But if you're in a climate where it kind of warms up a little more, I mean, that was us last year. So if you're somewhere where it gets too warm, you want to be getting this sap somewhere cool so it's not going to go bad. They say something to kind of go off of is if it's cloudy, it's going bad. So you want to start boiling that as soon as you can. Try to avoid it from going cloudy. All right, so I have this in here, but I also brought this just to make it easier to get that in all the way. So I'm not able to hold the camera right now, so I'm gonna hammer that in and I'll show you once. All right, so there you have it. Tree number 1 done. So like I said, it's sometimes hard to get those in all the way to the tree, so it's just nice to carry something to hammer that into the tree. And then I just kind of packed a little bit of snow around it, help it stay cool. But right now it's not flowing because it is still freezing. Tomorrow it's going to get to be 35 degrees is the high, so we should get some nice flow and it'll freeze again at night, and that helps with the sap. All right, here we have a really big maple actually. This is a pretty nice one. And I'm thinking probably going to place the bucket here again because of the sun. And yeah, I'll show you once this is tapped. I'll show you the kind of give you a better idea of the size by comparing it to the bucket. All right, here's a little update. There's the first tree here. This is the second one we did. Here's the third, and we got quite a few more. Here's one right here. I got about 20 marked, 25 maybe, all within a pretty close area. Another thing that I kind of forgot to mention that's important to do when drilling the hole, make sure you get everything out of it, right? So you want to kind of bring that in and out just to get all of the sawdust out, and make sure that there's no wood chips still in there that's gonna, you know, kind of go into your tap here. All right, so while I'm doing this, I was just thinking, I know last year I just did some stories on my parents' Instagram about this, and that was about it. They talked about it in some of their videos, but how many of you have done this? You know, how many of you do this? If you know, tap maple trees, if you know, make maple syrup, please comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Give me some of your ideas. I could learn a lot from you guys, I'm sure. I know you guys are always giving ideas to my parents, and it's just, yeah, it's nice to hear from you guys. So we would love to hear if you can comment below, kind of if this is something you've done. If yeah, if it is, tell me how you do it. Tell me anything. We want to hear about it. So if you this is something you've done before, please let us know. Enjoy the squirrel footprints near the trees. Real tiny little things. Anyways, so right here we have the hole. I'm kind of just gonna go over this and do this with one hand here. You see it fits right in. My glove's stuck. And then I will just get the mallet and get that in there. All right, and then I'll be able to twist this to the other side here so it's not, you know, stuck here. And so if you can, I'll have to show you what reason I'm kind of moving a little slow here. Stand in the middle of this, and you know, it's funny, earlier I told you you want to make sure you're putting this in a spot where you're easy to get to, and here I am tapping right in the middle of these dead branches. So that's why moving this around, I was kind of all over the place. And speaking of that, keep in mind I am not a professional at all. I know very little, so I don't ever want any of this information to seem like I am an expert or that my way is the best way, because it's not. I know there are much better ways as far as boiling. I know that, you know, I'm new. I'm still new. This is my second year, so we're kind of learning together. Unless you're more experienced, then you can teach us in the comments. So please share those below on things I can do differently. But yeah, I don't want you to take this as this is the only way, because it's not. There's plenty of ways to do all of this. I don't know everything yet. I'm learning, and just a hobbyist, but it's a lot of fun. And looking forward to learning more every year. So I wanted to show you what this looked like. I can't really get this in the tree with one hand while holding the camera. My other camera's dead. So at the time here, I'm gonna just I started to drill it, and then I'll show you what it looks like from here. So you'll see it's going in at an angle and about 3.5 feet off the ground. So what I like to do is once I'm in a little bit, again, that duct tape, that's the 1.5 inch mark. But once I'm in a little bit, I like to kind of bring it out, get rid of any excess, you know. All right. Bear with me, I'm trying to actually do this while looking through the phone. Probably not the best way. And then, so I got all that sawdust out, a nice clean hole to prepare to put the tap in. All right, now we got the tap. Put that right here until I grab the mallet. Put that in. Okay, so the tap is in, the sun's shining. We'll now put this in the bucket, and this one is good to go. All right, all of the trees are now tapped. Everything's ready to go. Really just got to start waiting for the sap to come in, which should really start tomorrow. It's supposed to be 35, like I said. So should get some sap, and then I'll just be checking it every day. Boy, 20 is a lot more than 10. And what I mean by that is, you know, it doesn't seem like too many, at least for me, it doesn't seem like too many. Doing 10 last year, 10 more didn't seem that big, but that's 10 different trees to go to, you know, 10 more trees. So pretty much I got some back that way, and then the rest are all behind me. So they're all, like I said, they're real close for the most part, but just hiking through the snow, it takes a little longer than I expected. But I am excited. I'm glad I got all that in. Yeah, the evaporator is just about ready. I haven't done a test boil yet, but everything's looking good there. So yeah, things are off to a good start. Last year it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was like, you know what, I need to do this, and I just kind of started doing it all last minute. Probably spent too much money because I wasn't prepared. I would now be more prepared. I can kind of go into this. And that's what I'm trying to do too, is give you guys the total of everything. Kind of go over the cost of how much it costs to do this, if this is something you're interested in. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. I love the winter. I love this winter we've been having. It's been nice and frozen all year. Really nothing to complain about. Grateful to be living where we live, and yeah, it's been a good day. So yeah. All right, well, that's it for today, guys. I appreciate you watching and making it this far. That's it for the tap in the trees. If you have any questions, please comment them down below. I might have missed some, but I think that's it. I mean, kind of went over what I use, why I use it. Again, those taps, I got them on Amazon. I can put the link down below if you're interested, but they're pretty cheap. I'll include the price. I don't remember how much it was right now, but maybe like $20 for 10 of them. I could be wrong, but yeah, they're great. They're easy to install. You saw me do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, so this is something that I would definitely recommend doing. And if you are, you know, like more experienced than I am, please share that input below. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe if you have ideas for me or answer any questions that someone might have, I'd like to kind of hear that in the comments. But that's it. I think. I feel like I'm missing something, but overall, thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends. But please do comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And stay tuned, because I'm going to be making more videos of the maple syrup throughout the next month. Thanks.